that's that. So let's get into this tea. So it's my husband shared this with me, and I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, did you see the thing about the Fiji water girl and being sued? And I was like, what are you talking about? So this is what he was talking about. So Golden Globes happened last month. This big award ceremony in California. So Fiji is like the sponsor of the Golden Globes, and what they do is they have they hire models to carry trays of water for the guests. Well, they had this one particular model she took it, I guess, as her opportunity to shine. She would take the trays and she would stand behind people as they were taking their pictures, and she would photobomb them. Like, she would take the tray and she'll just be like looking into the camera, like, yeah. And it became a viral hit. So as a result of that, let's see, where do I want to start with that? No, we're gonna skip that. So it became a viral hit. People everywhere were like, who is this girl? You know, she has a blue dress on. It's a nice dress, like she's supposed to be there. But she just photobombing people. Fiji took the opportunity to, and what am I trying to say? They took her picture and they did a cutout of it, and they started posting it everywhere. So she's suing Fiji for unauthorized use of her likeness, for basically capitalizing off of that opportunity. So she went there, she did her thing, photobomb, everybody loved it, went viral, and now Fiji has taken a cutout of her and they're using it offline marketing. She says that's an unauthorized use of her likeness. Fiji says, hold up now, that's not the whole truth, right? And so they're counting suing her for breach of contract, because they say, hey, look, we have a contract. Yes, we did hire you to be a model, but after you start going viral on Twitter and everything, we came to an agreement the very next day. We entered into negotiations where you agreed to be a brand ambassador. You agreed that we can use your likeness for this in our marketing efforts. You agreed that you wouldn't let anyone else use your likeness for advertising in the food or beverage industry, or even on like red carpet events. Like we have an agreement, right? And so they have what we call receipts, right? You're saying that you didn't know that there was a contract, but what we're saying is, yes, you did. You did. You entered into what you said was you didn't give us permission to use your likeness. And we're saying, yes, you did. But it gets kind of murky because, so you have the Golden Globes, and the next, then she goes viral. Then the next day they enter into an agreement, and then they sign. So the agreement, they have an exchange. The exchange is via email. So they have email and text, and this is what we're going to do. They say, okay. Fiji sends over the contract. Her agent says, hey, this looks good. We agree, right? And then the next day, she comes into the office and signs the contract. And they have it. They're taking pictures of it, and they have it recorded on video. And then she goes to do a media appearance via the contract. That's one of the things in the contract that said that she needed to do. She needed to, let them use her likeness, and she was going to do a certain amount of appearances. And the contract was good for a year, and the contract was for $90,000. So everything's all great. Fiji Water Girl, according to Fiji. So the girl's name is like Khalif Cutbirth. I'm looking at my notes. So Khalif Cutbirth is her name. But now everybody knows her as the Fiji Water Girl. So the Fiji Water Girl is all excited. She sees the cutout. She's taking pictures with the cutout. She's posting on her Instagram saying this is awesome, LOL, and all these type of things that show that she's in agreement with what they came to. She's in agreement, right? And so here's the funny thing, or not funny thing, the kind of suspect thing. Fiji gave her the only signed copy of the agreement. So she says, and she admits to this, that when she left there, she said that was all fake. It was all for show. She never agreed to be a brand ambassador. And when she left there, she actually destroyed the contract. Right. She destroyed the contract. So this is where it's good to have written agreements. But now that written agreement, the only signed copy of it is destroyed. So now you're like, what in the world is going on, right? So here's what we want you to know. Hold on. Right. Nikisha's like, like you have a written agreement, now you don't have a written agreement, and what's going on? So this is the thing. just because you destroy the written agreement doesn't mean you're not obligated to act under those terms. Just because you destroy it, put it in the fire, tear it up, whatever, it's still a contract. Now it's just a matter of what did the contract say. So in this case, what makes it good for Fiji is they actually had receipts. Oh, she big man. She feel like she got left out. She said that her complaint says that Fiji ended up making $12 million off of her ad. $12 million. She's sitting here like, I only negotiated, and I'm so glad you're on here, Jackie, because I was thinking about you, right? I only negotiated for $90,000. So now she's mad, which goes into another point we're going to make in just a minute. But back to this point about the agreement being destroyed. So Fiji, lucky for them, they had text and email exchanges, which they're going to be able to show that this is what the agreement was. Within the email, they actually sent the contract for them to look at before they got to the office. And then the response back was, we agree. We are in agreement. And they actually entered that into their complaint. So it's good to have these backup written. So you have your written correspondence. First of all, make a copy of it. Don't just give one person a copy of it. And if you are the person that is presenting the agreement, then you need to keep the original and give the other person the copy. All right? So that's thing number one for that. But two, just because it's destroyed doesn't mean that it's void. So keep that in mind. The takeaway number two is negotiate. Negotiate before you enter into this contract. That way you won't have buyer's remorse. She's all big mad, as Nikisha says, because she's like, man, $12 million? And all I got was 90? And actually what she got was 75 plus 20%. And I'm 100% sure that 20% is going to her agent. And she's like, man, all I got was $75,000? And they making big bank, and all I got over here is my little bank? I should have negotiated better, right? Because mind you, she signed the contract. So you have the Golden Globe, and then the next day they negotiate and they enter into this contract. And she has a period of time, like a week or so, where she's actually acting under the contract. This says, just because it's destroyed doesn't make it void. Yes, thank you very much for putting that tip out there. So she actually had a period of time where she was acting under the contract. So she was okay with it until she realized that she could have asked for more money. And so a lot of us are like that. Even in our businesses, we undersell ourselves because we don't understand the value that we're bringing. And if you're in that situation where you want to be like, learn how you can negotiate better, definitely talk to my friend Jacqueline Twilley. She is, I think she's still on here. If not, I would drop her contact, because that's what she does. She helps women negotiate better, because in life you get not what you deserve, as we can see in this, but what you negotiate for. And that's exactly what the Fiji Water Girl got, with what she negotiated for. So our takeaway number 2 is negotiate before you enter into a contract. Okay? Tip number 2. And our tip number 3 is actions matter just as much as words. Okay? Actions matter just as much as words. So in this case, right, while in the girl's name, the Fiji Water Girl's name is Cuthbert, she's denying that she even entered into a valid agreement, right? She's saying that we did not have a contract, and her actions, however, they say something else. So according to Fiji's countersuit, and they lay this all out, to Fiji's counter complaint, Cuthbert, the Fiji Water Girl, she took pictures with the cutouts. Like when she came to the office to sign the agreement, she took pictures with the cutouts and posted them on her social media accounts in approval, right? She was like, yay, how awesome is this? She since took the pictures down, but they got the screenshots. They have the screenshots. What else did she do? She made a TV appearance. So part of the agreement said that she would make a certain amount of TV appearances. And right after the contract was signed, she did her first TV appearance. So when you start acting, right, let's say they have this agreement, and so Fiji Water, they have an unsigned copy of this agreement, right? That's what they're going to present to the court. And so to show the court that, hey, she actually did agree to this, they're going to say, hey, one of the terms in the agreement said that she would show up for a certain amount of media appearances a year. right after we alleged that she signed this agreement, she showed up for a media appearance on behalf of Fiji Water. She didn't just go there for herself, right? She didn't just go there saying, oh yeah, that was so great and I went viral and this is how I did it. No, she went there as the Fiji Water ambassador. And as a matter of fact, the host said that, are you a Fiji Water ambassador? And they have it on the recording where she says, no, I'm a brand ambassador. Seems like her actions were her agreement. Exactly. So even though your mouth is saying, oh, I did not agree to the terms of this contract, everything you're doing is in furtherance of that agreement, and the courts are going to take that into consideration. So one, she took pictures with the cutouts and posted them on her social media in approval. Two, she showed up for the media appearance. And let's see. And then she even corrected the host. When the host said, oh, you're an ambassador, she's like, no, I'm a brand ambassador for the company. And that brand, that correction is in line with the agreement. In the agreement, it says that she will be a brand ambassador. So even when she made that correction, she's still following in line with the agreement. So, what do you all think? What do you think about the situation? Does it make you want to like tighten up your own agreements? Or if you're not using agreements, does it make you want to start using agreements? Because again, if Fiji would have just entered into an oral agreement with the Fiji Water Girl, they would be in a different position right now. They would probably be able to have like their text messages and stuff, but it would not have been as in detail as that written agreement that they have. So, yeah, okay. So, what do you all think about this? I think that it's great that they use written contracts, and this serves as another example of why we need written contracts. I want you to leave your comments. I want you to go to thelegaltea.co and leave your comments on this episode and let me know what you think. And if you need contract help, I want you to visit iprotectbrands.com to contact my office, because we'll love to help you. All right? Take care.